Well, hello there, dearies. It's time to turn off your tellies, unless you're watching me on a telly, that is, because the show is about to begin. You have found yourself in a room with the Martha Stewart of tomorrow, the Rachel Ray of the day, the Jimmy Kimmel for kids. I'm more supreme than Judge Judy. Have more joy than Joy Behar. I am more generous than Ellen DeGeneres. I'm not Dr. Phil. I'm Dr. Thrill. I am more of an explorer than Dora ever was, darling. And I've got more duty than Howdy Doody ever had. And of course, I'm more colorful than the reading rainbow. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Victoria Sauté. Let the show begin!
If you're stuck inside and you need some fun, she's the grand dame of getting it done.
Let's learn her!
With Victoria Sauté.
Oh, darling, I'm so glad you're here with me today. We've got quite a show lined up, and today's show is brought to you by the letter R. That's right, the letter R. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm speaking in my native Australian language. I'm from cringeworthy Australia, you know. And there we pronounce this lovely letter ah. Sort of, it's rather soothing and calming, isn't it? Ah. Now, you folks out there in America and the Midwest, you put a hard sound to that R. You sound like pirates when you say it, you do. R. Today's show is sponsored by a bunch of pirates. But no, it's sponsored by ah. Oh, so lovely. Today's word of the day also begins with the letter R. It's a strange and unusual word, as your old pal Victoria always gives you. Today's word is ripe. That's such a very short word, isn't it? Ripe. Do you know what ripe means? I bet you do. I'll bet you do. Ripe is something that is developed to the point of readiness. That's right. It's fully prepared when something is ripe. I'll use it in a sentence. I went to my first dance at the ripe old age of 14. Actually, I was 13 when I went to my first dance, and I was ripe for sure. That means I was ready for that dance. Or the time is ripe for taking action. That means it's time to take action. Or this plum is too ripe. Sorry. Ripe. Can you think of something, darling, that's ripe? Let's see. Well, I'm ripe. That's right. The time is ripe for Victoria Sauté, and I'm glad you're spending a little chunk of your day with me. I really am. All right. Now, when I think of ripe, I don't immediately think of a plum, but you think of a lot of different fruits and vegetables that the time is ripe to pick them. They're ready. They're just wonderful and ready to eat. If it's not ripe enough, it's hard. That's right. If it's too ripe, it's soft and mushy. But nothing is better than a ripe banana. Yes, that's right. I've got some lovely ripe bananas here. Now, we can tell these bananas are ripe because they're not just yellow, but they've got little bits of brown in them. Do you see the little bits of brown? And what they're saying is, Victoria, eat me. I'm ripe. I'm ready. When they get too brown, then you make a banana bread with them. They're a little overripe. Now, bananas, when we think of bananas, did you know that the bananas actually, it's not really a fruit, well it is, but it falls in the berry family. And they don't grow on trees. Those little things that the bananas grow on are called stems. That's just amazing. And did you know, once you're done eating your banana, you take this peel, and if you have a little itch or a cut or a scrape, you rub the peel on, you'll be all better. That's what they say anyway, darling. Now, there's many things we think of when we think of bananas. When we might think of Chiquita Banana. Isn't she sweet? There she is right there. She's the spokesmodel for the banana industry. Or you might think of our old pal Carmen Miranda, who used to wear bananas on her head. She was totally bananas. Or you might think of artist Andy Warhol's famous banana painting. Well, there it is. That's a famous painting, love. I assure you it is. Or in the modern art world, you have this image as of late where someone taped a banana on a wall, and it's brilliant. It's just brilliant. Sometimes I just stare at this image. You might think of bananas in pajamas. Aren't they sweet? Or maybe Banana Republic, where mom and dad want to shop when they need a new uniform. That's right. Or you might think of Woody Allen's 1970 film, Bananas. Or you might be thinking of the lovely children's series, The Banana Splits. That's right. There's Fleagle and Bingo and Drooper and Snorky. Ask your mom about the Banana Splits, darling. Of course, you might also be thinking of the perfect banana split invented by David Strickler in 1905 out there in Pennsylvania. That's right. That young man had the first idea to cut a banana in half and put 3 scoops of multicolored ice cream and everything he could get his hands on into one delicious cup. The National Banana Split Day is celebrated on August 25th, and coming up very soon is National Banana Day. That's April 15th, everybody. So mark your calendars for that. Set yourself a little memo. Say, Mom, we're going to need some extra bananas. Now, of course, when I think of bananas, a nice ripe banana, I think of our favorite little pals, monkeys. Of course, we all know that monkeys eat bananas, and monkeys also love Monkey Munch. People love Monkey Munch too. I think everybody loves a nice bowl of Monkey Munch, don't you, dearie? Now, to get your Monkey Munch, you're going to have to go to a very special place. And I happen to know a very special lady who specializes in making Monkey Munch. And that's my old friend Stephanie out at Incognito. Let's bring her in, shall we? Hello, Stephanie.
Hello, Victoria. How are you today?
I'm doing quite well. I'm here in my glittery bunker. Where are you today?
I am in the shop placing some orders for curbside pickup.
That's wonderful. Can you tell us a little bit about Incognito? It's a very unusual word, isn't it?
Yes, it's Incognito, popcorn in disguise.
Aha!
A lot of people cannot figure out why this popcorn could taste like this flavor. We
That's
have
amazing.
about 100 flavors. Right now in the store, 41. And of course, we have to have the Monkey Munch.
Yes. Tell us
Our
about
banana
it.
flavor. This is our banana flavor. A lot of people like this, very popular. Some say it tastes like a banana Laffy Taffy or banana Later. They really enjoy it.
That's wonderful. Now, how do you get the little disguises on the popcorns?
Well, that's a secret.
Oh my goodness.
It's a secret process that actually goes through the popcorn instead of just laying on it like a powdered or a seasoning.
I
You
see.
get more deep flavor than you would get like in the store.
That's
grocery.
wonderful. Now, how long have you been in the popcorn business, Stephanie?
I have been in the popcorn business for 2 years.
And where's your shop at?
My shop is at 3 River Street in Milford, downtown Milford.
Oh, that's right there. Yes, I know where it is, don't I? I do. and you have people coming in and out the store, giving you a call these days for ordering some nice popcorn?
Yes, if they'd like curbside pickup, they can either call or text us at 203-410-3267. And we also have a Facebook market at Incognito Milford, where they can place and have it shipped anywhere in the United States.
Whoa, that's the most convenient way to get your popcorn shipped, isn't it now?
Yeah,
Yes.
we do nice little pick-me-up packages with everything going on. Yeah.
I would use a nice little pick-me-up. I could. I'll bet you could too, Stephanie. Tell me something, Stephanie. What's your favorite flavor? What floats your popcorn boat?
So if we go with savory and cheesy, it's pretzels and ale. So you have a little salty cheesiness of a soft pretzel, and then ends with the sweetness of the beer at the end.
I see. That's not just big for mums and dads, though, love, right?
Of
I think we
course,
probably have some mums and dads having one of those right now.
the whole bag, one sitting.
And a sweet flavor that you like?
Cinnamon toast.
Ooh.
That one is just like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cereal. Very good.
I dare say you could put that in a bowl with some milk and have yourself a little party.
Absolutely.
Well, that's
So
just... That's, I was going to make a joke about popcorn. I was, Stephanie, but it's just too corny. It really is.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I get it.
So, could you give us the information as to where everyone could go to get some popcorn again, just one more time?
Sure. So if they'd like to do curbside pickup, we're in downtown Milford, 3 River Street in Milford, 203-410-3267. Or if they'd like to order online to have it shipped directly, it's Incognito Milford. And it's a Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
Yes.
That's wonderful. Well, Stephanie, you've been such a lovely guest today. Thank you so much for coming along and saying hello to us.
Thank you so much, Victoria.
Have a lovely weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. There she goes, Stephanie from Incognito. Isn't that wonderful? We've learned so much about popcorn and bananas, which is a word of the day, ripe. And right now, we're ripe for something very special. That's right. For the first time on Victoria's show, we're going to make a special little treat. We're going to get crafty in the kitchen. What we're going to do today, my friends, is we're going to make something that puts a smile on your banana face. It is Victoria's lovely banana mug cake. That's right. It's a mug cake. We're going to make it in a little mug. Now, this is what you're going to do. You're going to take a mug, a nice one, your favorite mug, baby, and you're going to melt some butter. And I've melted some butter in this 1 tablespoon, please. Maybe you just put the butter in there and take it for a ride in the microwave briefly. Now, this entire recipe, everything's going into this mug. So there's very little mess, Mum. That's right. Now, I've reached up into Mummy's cupboard for all my other ingredients. Now, what we've done is we've taken a banana and we've used a banana masher and we've mashed it all up quite good. Now, if you don't have one of these, Mum probably has something that'll mash it. If all else fails, you can use your hands. And we're going to pour that right inside our cup there. Our banana and our butter are now in the cup. And then we're going to add 1 egg. It goes right inside there, love. There you are. And to that, I feel like a real cooking show host. I feel like I'm a gardener too. Only I haven't had anything to drink. I have some lovely brown sugar. Now, you know, brown sugar is just white sugar with some molasses gotten up inside. There we have that. I have a splash of milk. How much is a splash, Victoria? Well, it's this much. Splash. All right, and now I have a pinch of salt. How much is a pinch? It's this pinch. I have a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I have got a 1/4 teaspoon, no, I'm sorry, a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Baking powder makes things fluffy and makes things rise to the top. That's what it does. And of course we have our flour. This is 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. That means you could use it for anything. I mean, be creative with the use of flour, won't you, lovey? I know, all the time. And now we've got everything filling up our mug. And then we need to give it a stir. We really want to stir this up because we've got to break that egg. We've got to mix it in with our lovely bananas. Oh, it's a mess is what it looks like right now. But don't worry, Mum, it's all contained in this tiny little mug. This is going to be a delicious treat for all of you out there. You could make it for yourself. It's very simple. Maybe Mum will help get the ingredients ready for you. There we go. It's all coming together. Now, if you were adventurous, maybe you'd want to put in maybe a little bit of coconut in there. I like coconut, I do. Or maybe you want to put in some chocolate chips. Oh, those are delicious too, aren't they? They're so tiny. How did they get those chips so small? You could put that in there, maybe some cinnamon. And then once you've got it to a lovely consistency, the consistency of something that I won't mention, then we're going to pop that in your microwave oven for just about 3 minutes. Now, when that's in your oven, you're going to notice that the cake is going to quickly rise. There'll be no cake in it, and then suddenly from the top of your mug, the cake will rise, and it will look like Godzilla encompassing a town or a city. And then once you open the oven door after 3 minutes, you've got yourself, look at that. It's a little cake. It is. It's a little cake in there. And I'm going to just look at, it almost looks like a muffin. Now, my suggestion, I'm going to taste it. I am. It tastes like a cake. We made a cake inside this lovely little mug. It's delicious. It tastes like a nice ripe banana. Now, if you wanted an extra treat, darling, you could put on some whipped cream on there, or maybe a little scoop of vanilla ice cream. I think a scoop of vanilla ice cream makes the day go by just so much better, don't you? Now, all of this recipe, if you're going to do it and you don't want to scroll back in the broadcast, it's available on our website, pantachino.com, the Let's Learn Things little ticker there. You just pick on that and you'll get my recipe with a personal message just for you. That's right, darling. That's exactly what will happen. Now, I hope you make it and I hope you like it. It's a lovely treat. We're moving right along in the show. I have a story for you that is just ripe to be told. I do. It's called The Grumpy Monkey. Yes, The Grumpy Monkey. It's got a banana in it, I believe. And it's by Susan Lang. And I'm going to read it to you. It's a perfect story for today. Grumpy Monkey. One wonderful day, Jim Pansy woke to discover nothing was right. There he is, this Jim Pansy. It's a cute name, isn't it? The sun was too bright, the sky was too blue, and the bananas were too sweet. Is there such a thing? Well, Jim was confused. What's going on? You see, he's confused. Maybe you're hungry, suggested. Maybe you're grumpy, suggested Norman from next door. Well, he's a big monkey, isn't it? He's a gorilla. I'm not grumpy, said Jim. On his walk, he met Marabou. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Marabou. Well, why are you grumpy, Jim, Marabou said. It's such a wonderful day. Grumpy? I'm not grumpy at all. Jim sounds like Jane, he does. But look at how you're standing, Marabou said. It's true. You're all hunched over. So Jim sort of loosened up. Then he ran into a lemur. That's right, he ran into Lemur. Jim's grumpy, Norman told Lemur. Why are you grumpy, Jim, he added. It's such a wonderful day. And it is. I'm not grumpy, said Jim. Well, your eyebrows look grumpy. They're all bunched up. So Jim raised his brows. Can you see him there? He's raising his brows. He does a lovely job of that. Then he tripped over Snake. Oh, no, said Norman. That's the last thing you need when you're feeling grumpy. Grumpy? Me? I'm not grumpy. Oh, then why the frown, said the Snake. Is it because you tripped over me, Norman said. Oh, no. So Jim tried to put a smile on his face. Can you see that? He's trying very hard to smile. But we know he's feeling grumpy. Finally, Jimmy looked happy. I don't think Chimpanzee looks happy at all. He looks like he's a bit of a mess. Everyone wanted Jim to enjoy the wonderful day. You should sing with us, said the birds. But Jim didn't feel like singing. You should swing with us, said the monkeys. Jim didn't feel like swinging. All the other animals chimed in. You should take a bath and make a splash. You should give a hug to somebody. You should have a laugh, said the hyena. You should take a nap, said the gator. You could eat some old meat. Really? Yes, that's it. You could eat some old meat. You could have some honey, said the bear. You could jump up and down, said the frog. You could just sit still in the sun. Or you could dance, said the porcupine. Oh, but Jim didn't feel like any of that. I'm not grumpy, he shouted at a very loud page full of grump. Well, he stormed off. There's all his friends, and there he is. He's storming right off the page. You see him there? There he goes. Let's see what happens. Poor little grumpy monkey. Jim felt sorry, a little sorry. for shouting at everybody, and mostly he felt sorry for himself. I guess I am grumpy, he said. And just as he was starting to feel really sad, he came upon Norman. Now, Norman was all slumped. His eyebrows were bunched up, and he was frowning. "What's the matter? Are you grumpy?" Jim said. "No," said. "He danced with the porcupine," Norman said. "Look, he's got some little porcupine quills stuck in his bottom. That would make me grumpy." "Are you okay?" added Jim. "It hurts, but I'll probably feel better soon enough," said Norman. "Are you still grumpy?" "Yes," said Jim. "I'll probably feel better soon, though, too. I just needed to be grumpy." "Well, it's a wonderful day to be grumpy," said Norman. And Jim agreed. And he already started to feel a little bit better. That's right. Chimpanzee just was having a grumpy day, and it's all right to have a grumpy day. It is, love. And sometimes it's all right to have a day when you go bananas. But that's our show for today. I want you to send pictures of your cake, would you? Or if you've made some maracas or some drawings, maybe you'll send them to me. Any of the arts and crafts we've taught here at Let's Learn Things. I want your pictures. You send them to me, won't you, darling? Here's a lovely picture that my friend Janet drew of me. Isn't that just amazing? There, she's quite, and here's a picture of my friend Joe wearing his Victoria Sauté t-shirt. Oh, it looks wonderful in it. You can get yours at tpublic.com. Oh, and I also want to say a shout out to my friend Ingrid, who sent me the book Grumpy Monkey. It's a lovely book there, Ingrid. It is. I hope you're doing wonderful. Yes. Now, I want you to be good. I want you to wash your hands, stay home, above all, be nice to each other, and go bananas. All right, everyone. Goodbye.
If you're stuck inside and you need some fun, she's the grande dame of getting it done. With Victoria's song.
Donate, darling.